Alright, the stream is live, and I don't have either Wafu or Zephyr with me at the moment, so I picked up Quaff. He'll be their substitute for tonight.
Hello.
So we're moving into Contra land now. As far as I know, it's not ever explicitly, called Contra, but this is kind of the name we've all given it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite areas in the game because it's so actiony and it's fun to play.
Yeah, I think this area kind of demonstrates how good the pacing in DT3 is, because you go straight from the long methodical Metroid gate into this.
Double kill.
And Quaff, you've been doing a nightmare run yourself, right?
Yep.
So what have you found to be the hardest thing on Nightmare so far?
Oh man, definitely the combat apparatus boss that's coming up from Chaotix. His health pool is so massive. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking at the moment. I don't think there's really anything hard until Sephiroth. I don't think. RPG game, the bosses are all pretty, whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely. The final boss is pretty tough of that gate, but
Yeah, the final boss of RPG Gate is one of the hardest things in the game for sure.
Definitely.
So, one thing I've noticed on Nightmare mode is that you don't really actually have to fight enemies because you don't have any experience or whatever to worry about. So I'm just kind of running through this area and ignoring most of the Chaos drones. This is actually the first appearance of Chaos, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, running through takes skill too.
Yeah.
Because there's so many bullets. So I still think it's pretty balanced, despite that.
Well, one thing I've noticed on Nightmare mode is that the RPG elements and collectibles in DT3 are actually all very meaningful. Like, you wouldn't think so, just like looking at the game, maybe even just playing through on normal mode, but they make a lot of difference in the end.
Yeah, and the best part about them, I think, is that it encourages you to do hard sections that aren't required to progress.
Yeah.
It really adds a lot of content that's really fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on Nightmare mode we're just never gonna, entire overworld dungeon areas we're never gonna go to because there's no reason to go there on a Nightmare run.
Yeah, especially those sand dungeons,
Yeah,
oh man,
I
sand
call them the
dungeons.
temples.
Oh yeah, that's a good name. Actually, there's a piece of cheese in this map that used to be a heart piece.
Yeah.
That was hell to get, but we can just skip it.
You can actually get that early by abusing the charged gravity well to continually refill your air dash on the enemies up here. It's not recommended, but it's actually something you can do. I'm actually not sure if Zephyr or the testers were aware of that. Someone on Discord found it.
That is very too high level for me.
Yeah, basically you send up a charged gravity well right to the left of where I was there, and it hits these enemies enough that you can do continual air dashes over to the left to get the, let's call it the cheese piece.
Oh man. I still don't have the special power-up on my Nightmare run.
Oh yeah?
I never got it.
Let's see, which way are we going? Oh, right. I was going the wrong way anyway.
There's actually a bit of branching there. You can go either the up way or down way.
Oh yeah?
And it's both valid.
Oh.
Wait, then
Jeremy's
the
actually
down
railroading me anyway. We gotta go to the right. Right, we gotta go over to the right and discover that it's blocked off or whatever.
Double kill.
Yeah. Then you gotta go rescue the engineer.
Right. Let's just ignore the huge ass wall, I think. It has
The name of that was so funny.
It has kind of a shitload of HP, let's say.
Yeah. Befitting a huge ass wall.
Yeah. So, the fourth level of the charge shot is actually pretty useful here because it can kill all the enemies in one hit, which is not something you'd be able to do otherwise on Nightmare.
Yeah, if you remember the elevator you have to go up later,
Yeah.
it really helps there. You can kill entire waves in one go. Very nice.
Alright. So, yeah, we got the quest to go rescue the engineer now. So now we get to walk back the way we came.
Double kill.
And the walls actually only spawn when you're coming in from one of the two directions you can enter any given map. That's because some of them are like actually give you access to items if you jump on top of them and stuff.
Yeah. As expected of the Master Zephyr. Thinks of everything.
And I think this music is from Streets of Rage.
It's fantastic music.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Double kill.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
the power bomb is kind of useful here.
Oh,
You can like
right.
hide behind cover and clear enemies with it. It's
Let's
pretty cheap, but you know.
let's give that a
really
shot.
got-
And yeah,
It's kind of situational. Like, see that guy's behind the truck, so you don't even have to think. You can just power bomb from far away.
so at this point I'm thinking that like the Master Sword power is actually the worst special nightmare only thing, because I mean it doesn't really do anything but occasionally add a bit of DPS for your max HP.
That DPS is precious. Don't insult it.
Well, I think
Cherish it.
it'll be useful on War Master at least, you know, because we'll get the Jerry Dash in at the beginning.
Yeah. The combat apparatus,
Uh-huh.
the chaotic robot, the Master Sword beam, it helps.
Right, because
Let me just say that.
even on my normal playthrough, I started that one off with a big Jerry juggle. I think that's going to be useful here too.
Oh yeah.
Double kill.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this is a pretty well designed area for just being, running along shooting guys. I think Zephyr really nailed the whole run and gun thing with. Hence why we call it the Contra area, because it feels very reminiscent of Contra 3 for the Super NES to me.
Oh yeah. A lot easier than Contra though,
Oh.
thankfully.
Well, Contra 3 is not that hard, compared to the NES ones anyway.
I've only played the NES once
Oh.
actually. So.
Yeah, Contra 3 is it's not as hard, but it's a lot better in my opinion. Which is usually how NES to Super NES transitions go. They get easier, but they get better.
Oh yeah.
And
Now that you mention it, yeah, that's pretty true. Super Mario World, Super Metroid, yeah. I see, like this area, I just power bombed it. You know, those two dweebs. Don't be cheap like me, but it's an
I'm
option.
gonna do it now that you've mentioned it. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Ah, I died. So this screen is actually very, very long. I don't think I actually died going through the game my first time. It's okay, we'll make it through eventually.
Yeah. Trying to be cheap, put yourself at risk.
So the bombs, the link bombs with Jerry are actually pretty useful here when you have low DPS, because they kill these guys in one hit.
Yeah. Huh. I never did that. That's pretty good.
Double kill.
Yeah, I actually wasn't sure if they were immune to explosive like they are with normal and Pierce, but they're not.
Well, you didn't scan them and memorize their information?
I mean, I scanned everything my first time through, but I don't have it memorized. I just know what I used to kill them with, basically.
Yeah. I think it suits the atmosphere to use nothing but gun here, you know?
Killing spree.
Well, the atmosphere, we'll leave that for normal mode. We're playing the hardcore mode.
True that.
And the enemy placement on this map is actually very good, I find. Like, it constantly keeps you on your toes. You can't just run through and, avoid everything like I was doing on the previous maps.
Killing spree.
And you can actually blow up these trucks, which is pretty nice.
High production value.
Double kill. Multi-kill. Mega kill. Dominating.
Yeah, this is This is a lot of fun on Nightmare. I actually like this
Yeah.
more than I did in the original game because, you know, this is a common theme on Nightmare, but basically you have to actually, you know, try instead of face tank everything with your immense DPS.
You know, there's actually a bot. You remember Blarg?
Yeah.
He's a totally different experience in Nightmare. Oh yeah.
Oh man. Oh yeah, because I guess you're not going to be able to do basically what would be a quick kill on him. You're going to have to actually sit there and dodge the let's call them Potobos for a while.
Oh yeah. So incidentally, I actually beat this area on my first try.
Oh really?
I don't know. Yeah, like this spot gave me a ton of trouble my first time, but second time, nah. Not to put any pressure on you. Just
Yeah, it'll be really shameful if I die now. Thanks.
no problem. It's just some encouragement.
Yeah. I actually do remember kind of struggling here my first time as well. I had a difficult time tracking the plane coming back and forth, I guess. But now that I'm a bit more experienced with the game, it's easy to keep track of what's going on.
Yeah, I actually tried killing the jet my first time.
Oh, does it even have like a hitbox?
It does, but each jet is a new jet.
Oh.
So even if you hurt one a lot, another one
Oh
comes
yeah, they
with
have
voice.
a ridiculous amount of HP too. So.
Yeah.
And I did make it through their first try this time, so.
Nice.
Again, the fully charged Mega Buster is actually very useful there. So I'm glad.
Yeah, I noticed.
Go ahead.
I noticed that usually the Nightmare abilities are good against enemies, but not really bosses. So kind of a trade-off, I guess.
Yeah, like the power bombs still only do 75 damage, so they're not gonna like give you massive DPS against a boss or anything, but they're very useful against, you know, just enemies, like you said.
Yep.
Kind of ran through the rest of that screen. So this place is, I'm gonna say it was really easy on normal mode, and we're gonna find out if it's still really easy. I'm hoping it's not, actually, because, you know, harder the better, really.
Yeah, the enemies are definitely kind of tricky. Once you get to the horror section.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of.
Is my mic still working?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Windows keeps giving me these USB unplugged noises, and it makes me very anxious every time it happens. But so far, it hasn't caused any problems with the stream or mic, so we'll ignore them.
You gotta destroy that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you? Like a shield generator or something.
I actually don't remember this section at all.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Again, running out of dash energy will prove to be my undoing on this mode. That's one.
Luckily, the super bosses give you more dash energy, so
Yeah, that's one thing
you'll be able to get them.
you don't really notice on the normal mode, just how much dash regeneration you get from the skill tree. And, like, not even just DPS, but all the minor quality of life things like that. And I'm not using Claire at all here, I hope she doesn't mind.
Mega Man is too good for DPS.
I can see the cheese in the wall over there. So let's go ahead and get it. 18% cheese from just me randomly picking it up along the way.
Yep.
I think
Very
Zero or
generous.
somebody really needs to do a 100% cheese run. That would make my day.
I think he did
Oh,
actually.
did he?
Yeah, I think he did.
Wow. Sassy guy. Okay, this is kind of annoying enemy setup. So yeah, this place is indeed proving a bit harder than it would be otherwise, because, oh hey, you can get get past here with Spring Ball. I remember actually having a bit of a tough time getting this chest on normal mode. There's no reason to actually go for it anyway, so we're gonna ignore that and pretend I didn't die.
The puzzles are fun.
And you can smash yourself against the blocks there. I didn't realize that.
Double kill.
That's a nice touch.
Nice bomb. Worked really well. So yeah, for some reason this section really confused me my first time through the game, but it's really easy to figure out what to do, so I'm not sure what's up with that. So there's a shortcut we don't need. And I actually don't really know why that shortcut even exists. There's no reason to ever use it. I guess if you miss it.
I'm pretty sure I didn't even cut it.
Double kill.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no reason to ever come back here unless you miss an item. So just don't miss an item.
Yeah, get all the keys, man.
Yeah. Oh, and you can just skip that entire cutscene. Yes, Jerry, he was.
This part gave me some problems. I'll just say it right here.
I actually forgot what happened before the stealth part, so this will be a learning experience for us all. Oh boy, hex rings. So, oh, it's got the armored bugs.
Yeah, that's good bugs, man.
So Kefit was talking about how he doesn't find the missiles useful, but I actually really like the missiles, personally.
I mean, high damage,
Yeah.
special. Pretty good.
And you can combine them with other projectiles since they have kind of a delay.
Yep.
So what are these guys weak to? Let's find out. Explosive.
Yeah, they have an interesting weakness, but like it's never relevant. Like the armored bugs, rather.
Yeah, I was looking at the other thing. Let's kill it.
Yeah, I noticed that after the stream.
Well, yeah, the stream delay. We'll just have to deal with that as usual. So those hex rings look intimidating, but you just morph ball under them, so they're not too bad. These hex rings, on the other hand, actually we're gonna do some morph ball here too, because you can just roll under them and no big deal.
The armored spider's weakness,
Yeah.
or the armored bug, I never would have guessed it without scanning. It's really neat, but it's so irrelevant because of DPS.
So the armored bug. Oh, you can hit with. I didn't actually know you could get rid of their armor. So let's try power bomb then.
Yeah, it's really cool, but it's just so irrelevant.
Yeah, like on a normal game, you pretty much just spam it to death with DPS anyway.
And you still can't hear too.
Yeah. But that does make it a bit less, let's say, terrifying.
Yes. And I just realized they're like the bats from earlier, remember?
Oh yeah, the bats.
They're like the upgraded bats.
That's a good comparison. Wow. So there are a lot more enemies on this screen than it seems like there would be.
Yeah. And they're in the hex rings too, so it's pretty tricky.
I think I'm gonna have to learn how to kill these guys with the regular, non-power bombs. That seems to be the quickest way to deal with them. The power bombs are very good against the armored bugs, it looks like.
Yeah. It's the only explosive that's easy to hit, so. If only it didn't do shitty damage.
But then you can just spam missiles into them, so it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Missiles. Looks like it makes them actually take double damage from everything if you remove their armor.
Yep.
Double kill.
So those guys don't have that much HP, so you can kind of spam a few missiles and power bomb. Power bomb combos are actually kind of interesting to figure out.
Yep, too bad you can't really... You have to start off with the power bomb because
Yeah.
it takes so long to charge. But it's still pretty cool.
If you charge it up ahead of time, you can do some pretty decent damage. And Hex is talking to us, but we don't like Hex, so we'll just ignore him.
But wait, major plot twist upcoming.
Oh yeah, we learned who actually made the virus. Which I guess is kind of a relevant plot point in the end,
But the emotions.
the emotions. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I actually don't remember this area like at all. I'm kind of surprised how little I remember it.
Yeah, same. The next part's, you know, more memorable,
Right, yeah.
so it makes sense.
Yeah, like it's kind of been replaced in my mind by the next section in its entirety. Just kind of casually rolling past that. This is kind of the Morph Ball tutorial area now that I think about it. Like using it in the context of platforming outside of the Metroid gate.
Yeah. It pretty much remains useful until the end of the game, pretty much, thanks to the Spring Ball too.
Oh, yeah.
I really like the Spring
Yeah, the Spring Ball I think is actually a great addition. It makes for a lot more dynamic platforming places. Like at the end of the last stream, I was using the Spring Ball a lot to make it past that one room where you're on the platform. And okay, so we're at the survival horror, let's call it, section now. And I believe there was somebody who had a lot of trouble with this, and they were using Jerry instead of Claire, so use Claire, because her faster horizontal speed makes the difference.
You know, I actually died here like 10 times, and it actually bugged out the game.
Oh yeah, you posted a video of that, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if that'll happen to you, or if it was just a random bug on my part. Pretty interesting.
Alright, so basically these guys are big aliens who chase you if you stand in the light, so just let them get ahead of you and all that. Not really sure if that's the correct way to do that, but it worked, so.
Oh, spooky.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the spooky part of the game, let's call it. And it's disabled all of my weapons, dashing, etc., etc.
Pretty good atmosphere for a 2D game, I think, at least.
Oh, 2D game with ripped sprites especially, it takes away the HUD entirely, and it's just, yeah, it works pretty well in context the first time, but now we're just like, oh, it's this part again.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, so don't do that.
Yeah, that part's what killed me the most, and eventually caused the crash, or
Oh, yeah.
bug, or whatever.
Oh shit.
Really.
Okay. So it looks like we're gonna have to.
Yeah, the speed run.
We're gonna have to wait for the guy on top. It looks like actually.
Nah, if you go fast enough, you can pass
Okay.
him. Well, I did. I don't know if there's any math behind it.
And oh, it looks like their tail actually does not kill you, so that's good to know.
Yeah, pro speed runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Alright, let's wait for this guy to turn around. Jumped right into him.
It's surprisingly tricky. It is.
Oh yeah, so you can get past those guys if you just run fast immediately.
Kind of kills the atmosphere a little, but
Yeah, we'll take it. Alan, he Just kind of stood there waiting in place.
You know, it's pretty funny actually when you think about it. This is like a horror section, but through dying we turn it into a fast-paced platforming section. It's very distorted Travesty-esque.
So yeah, it looks like you can just basically hold right from the start of the screen to get past those guys. But the guy at the end will have to actually devise a strategy for him.
Yeah, I had to get past them without seeing the darkness or anything. Yeah. I have no advice.
Did that like make them continually chase you or what?
I have no idea. No clue.
Okay. So like, when you got that bug, did it like make them continually chase you no matter what, since there were no lights or darkness or anything, or did they just?
Oh no. It still acted as if there was darkness and light.
Oh.
I just couldn't see it. So it was possible. Thankfully.
Alright.
I'm actually gonna link the video in chat. People know.
Because I don't think anybody else has ever seen that, so might be good to. Okay, so you can just jump over that guy, and then let this guy fall down there. So I'm really not sure if that's the way you're supposed to do that, Matt, but we sure did it that way.
Indeed.
And the sprite for these guys is pretty weird with how it actually interacts with you. There's parts of it that don't look like they would hit you, but they will.
Thankfully, you can't see them too well, so it's not that immersive breaking.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So the holding right strategy doesn't seem to work on. Oh wait, it does work on this map. Never mind. So yeah, the pro tip for this section is hold right and don't stop holding it. It's basically Zephyr's version of a Sonic game.
I want to make a joke like, but with good level design, but I don't know how that'll go over.
Well, Zephyr was talking on Discord the other day about how he thinks most of the Sonic games are pretty bad, so he wouldn't mind.
That's good.
Yeah, I think it was you who played Sonic CD and were like, wait, these levels are not randomly generated?
Oh yeah, that was me. I was thinking about that right now. But Stardust Speedway was so awful. I looked up a video to make sure it wasn't randomly generated or bugged on my part.
Yeah, Sonic CD is a very, very strange game. Like, the way the levels progress and how they all have 3 different forms is it's bizarre.
Definitely.
So it looks like I might actually want to lure the guy at the end. We'll see when we get back there. So yeah, again, the main tip for here is do not hesitate, because they're actually on a pretty generous cycle if you just go as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can just jump over that guy. Okay. I was overcomplicating it. And still no HUD, still no weapons, and we do have platforming and bugs, though. So I wonder if you...
You know, I actually...
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually Achilles this part, just tossing it out there.
Alright,
No pressure.
we'll see if I can manage that feat. Switch to Jerry for his hitbox. His running hitbox, which is... No, I did not get the Achilles.
Oh,
It looks like you
yeah.
can like, okay, so you do have the normal amount of HP then. Cannot take infinite damage even though there's no HUD to tell you how much damage you can in fact take.
Adds to the atmosphere.
Yeah. This looks like another room where you want to take it as quickly as possible so the bug doesn't get ahead of you.
Yep.
Okay, now it's time for the first boss of the stream. This guy is not that memorable, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think it's a real shame too, because isn't he the only boss that uses darkness like this?
Yeah.
I think that could be interesting, but he's just so pathetic.
But I don't know, having to actually like manipulate Chow during a fight to see what you're doing, it sounds pretty lame, so I don't know.
Yeah. He was bright for me though, so it's not really relevant to me.
Right. So the lights just never came back for you, even on this
Yeah,
guy.
the darkness, the just pure bright.
And one thing that's not actually mentioned anywhere is that you can throw a bomb to brighten up the arena like that.
Yeah, Ice just mentioned that in chat too. Thanks, Ice.
This guy is actually pretty fun to fight, but he's not really hard to fight, is the thing. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Lack of dash energy is getting to me here.
Just imagine Hex or
Oh yeah.
later.
Well, with Hex you can actually make it through entirely without even dashing, just by switching back and forth.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is apparently the intended way to do it, which I never figured out, so I had a lot more trouble with that part than I should have.
Me too, it looks like. I think it's impressive that you're trying to Jerry juggle him instead of using Samus upshot.
Well, I mean, it does more damage than using Sadness.
That's the pro strat. That's how you can tell you're a pro. You Jerry juggle instinctively. Wafu's not here, but he's proud.
Yeah. He's proud somewhere in Canada right now. Wow, that was a bad death. I really thought I was gonna get this first try, but no.
Even in Nightmare, the pathetic bosses have a little fight.
I actually did not think that was gonna hit me though. The hitbox extends a little bit past where you think it would. Might as well use some clear, why not?
He actually raises his head midway through the fight, which I think is to encourage shifting from Jerry to Claire.
Got greedy. Alright, let's... So this guy does put up a bit of a fight on Nightmare, as you said. Mostly because he can only take like 3 or 4 hits, but still.
Yeah, that's pretty much constant throughout Nightmare mode, only being able to take 4 or 3 hits. Pretty actually cool, I think.
Yeah, I actually wonder if that was like intentional or just like a byproduct of how he balanced out the damage.
Yeah. It seems like they get 1 more damage point per like section or something. I don't know. It's above me, I guess.
Yeah, I was actually planning to ask Zephyr how he balanced stuff in the game tonight if he was around, but he's not, so well. Because I mean, this game is, you know, not very short, so I have to wonder how he like actually worked out the values or how much each collectible would give you and all that, especially.
Oh yeah, definitely. It seems like it about doubles your power by the end, so maybe he just doubled it and then divided by 10 or whatever.
Yeah. So there's me dashing directly into damage several times, if anybody wanted to see that. I'm warning I need to keep the bombs out so you can see the stuff coming from the top of the screen better.
Or like turn off the Chow room and place her there.
Oh, that'd be a good idea. Yeah. So let's put her up there. This is actually the only time I've ever turned off Let Chow roam. I'm very sad that she is bound to stick at one point on the screen just by my whims.
Yeah.
But it works, so.
I turned it off almost immediately because I just thought it was kind of distracting, you know, in the middle of boss fights. I don't know.
I never really noticed it, to be honest.
He's got a pretty tall head,
Yeah.
so I think charging this phaser is a pretty good idea here.
Or we can
Like
just
the more
jerry juggle him. That works too, you know.
Yeah. Very true.
There we go. 1 hit left,
Nice.
but we did it. Kind of upset we didn't beat him first try, but oh well. Kind of easy, sorta. Yeah, that's how I described it, Jerry. Good call.
Yeah. And you did it Jerry juggling too,
Yeah.
so that's extra cool points. Or awesome points, rather.
Yeah. I wonder what the highest awesome score anybody's ever gotten is.
Huh.
Oh, alright, it's this guy.
I mean, maybe Wafu, I guess, since he's the only one with gold times.
It might be true, actually. So this might be kind of bad with Nightmare DPS. We'll find out.
It's not.
Okay. Yeah, they still go down like nothing.
Yeah. It's kind of sad almost, to be honest. They're trying their best, but it's not enough.
Yeah, they seem pretty scary the first time you see them, but they're really only bad when you're trying to deal with other enemies at the same time. Like, you know, in the warship and all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, right, we gotta go over here and rescue John, the engineer. After another Blood Tyrant battle.
I actually like the dialogue here, because he's like, it's not a good idea to date bots,
Yeah.
you know? I love that.
So we know that Jerry and Jeremy are real people. I have to wonder if Claire is also based on a real person or not.
A waifu as pure as her can only be fictional.
Wow, we killed each other at the same time, so the encounter didn't despawn.
Dramatic.
There we go. Oh, the encounter didn't despawn because there's another one. I have basically no heart energy, so that didn't work. There we go.
That's nightmare mode in a nutshell.
Heart energy is like the main thing, like the biggest thing affected by nightmare mode, I have to say. I got a sword slash stuck on screen. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like you have enough ammo for Mega Man all the time, but not heart energy.
Another cutscene we can't skip since we're keeping track of that. Oh, we saw the dating bots line for a split second there.
Yeah. The best line.
Yeah, it actually is probably the best line in the game.
It touches us on a spiritual level.
Yes. So, I guess you can also kill armored boats like that.
Incidentally, yeah, this map was piss easy with lights on.
I have to imagine. Looks like you can also use power bombs to light it up. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Huh. It's kind of weird to think about though, because it's not in the main game. So like, did he program that specifically just for
Well, it looks
Nightmare?
like the morph ball bombs do it too. So I guess it's coded to all like explosion type damage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And since they cover the entire screen, it covers the entire screen of darkness for a bit.
Zephyr was here. I'd ask him the specifics.
Yeah.
But
Texas got the better of him.
Neo Texas.
Yeah. So there's a little alcove here that looks like it'd have an item in it, but it doesn't. I guess that's because you can never actually go back to this area. Believe me, I checked everywhere in the game looking for the optional boss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I tried going back here and you actually just can't ever.
That is awesome.
Double
So yeah, the fourth Mega Man charge is actually good here. I don't think you can actually kill these guys all at once, even on normal mode.
Nightmare mode, easy mode, confirmed. Now I kind of feel bad for bullying the Nightmare Mega Man ability.
It's better than it seems once you get. Well, the main problem is it's not really useful anywhere before here, is the thing. So.
Or after.
I still think that being able to like hold multiple charges at once would be better than what it is here, because you'd still be able to do basically the same thing. Yeah, let's stick with Mega Man. Let's not stick with Mega Man.
Yeah, I was thinking that would actually be really useful too, because like for bosses, you can charge it at the start, and then when they get really tough in their later phases, you can nuke them. You know?
It's actually what one of the. It's actually the same thing that one of the Buster upgrades in X4 does, which is where I got the idea for it. I think if Zephyr does implement it, it'd be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, and I think we're coming up on the car ride, which has another pretty funny line from Claire, I thought.
Yeah, there was a sexism joke later about her not having keys to the Mega Man bike,
Oh, yeah.
but she drives pretty quickly.
I have to say that, like, out of the DT3 characters, I do think that Claire would be the best driver.
Yeah. Jerry would crash all the fucking time.
Double kill.
If the real Jerry is actually a good driver, we apologize.
Yeah. I wonder if Jerry knows about his like pseudo fame.
Apparently Zephyr's told him about the games, so he's just like, oh, that's kind of weird, man. Hasn't ever played them.
That's funny.
So this might actually be one of the few places in the game where we want to use the charged gravity well.
Double kill.
You gotta get some use out of it, right?
Yeah.
Killing spree. Double kill. Multi-kill.
No, it's not too bad.
Gravity well in general, like if I were gonna rework any weapon completely, it'd probably be it.
Yeah.
Here's another guy who
Especially-
needs power bombs against.
Especially for War Master. I've designed it around being good in War Master.
I design most things around being good in War Master, really.
Yeah. Or maybe not good, just like useful at all.
So this Chaos Tank is gonna be one hell of a pain in the ass.
Double
Yeah.
kill. Multi-kill.
Luckily we don't have to do that part where there's two of them with the items.
Oh yeah.
Oh dang, it sends you back far too. Oh.
How did you approach this?
I just bombed it with Jerry and then
Oh.
Mega Man DPS.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing interesting.
So let's not use Clear then. Too bad. Too bad for Clear.
Double kill.
Because you know the bombs weaken it
Yeah.
by half or whatever.
I was trying to use a power bomb and then do like missile spam or something, but no. Let's stick with the basics.
Yeah, it takes forever to kill them because of low DPS. So just sticking to one character and doing a basic strategy is probably best. I don't know.
Killing spree. Multi-kill.
And the charged gravity well is actually not even really good even here, so
Yeah, none of those Mega Man specials really are.
Double kill.
They kind of confuse me, to be honest. They just seem so random.
yeah, I guess he only included them because you can charge specials in the actual X games, so might as well include it here.
Double kill.
But
Yeah.
it's never really relevant to anything.
Yeah.
I hate it when the bombs like enter the dead zone and don't actually explode.
Yeah.
Good thing I got pretty good against mashing on El Piso. Because
Yeah.
that guy took a beating.
Let me tell ya, so many bosses take mashing
Yeah.
Mega Man Buster. It hurts.
Alright, so here's the car section. I don't know if we need HP restored anyway. And here's this Claire saying, I'm driving right off the bat. That amused me, because she has that little faith in Jerry.
Yeah.
And can't skip this cutscene, So one thing that kind of bothers me about this section is it's hard to tell what your hitbox is supposed to be. Like, I don't think Claire is, like, at all a hitbox. But Jerry is, for some reason. It's weird.
Yeah, it's just Jerry. I thought this was gonna be hell, but I beat it pretty quickly. I was really happy about that.
Yeah, because it takes a while if you to retry if you die.
Yeah.
See, like there, it's really not obvious where the hitbox is, so it's kind of harder to dodge than it should be at times.
Killing spree.
And I guess this is the first shoot 'em up section you could call it, but it's not the last, not by far.
Yeah, I actually quite like the next section. Quite like it.
I like this section, the second shoot 'em up section I'm not a huge fan of. It feels like it'd be really like way too hard, and so he just put a bunch of checkpoints in it. Which, I mean...
I found it.
Go ahead.
I found it fun because, well, I guess I can't really talk about the specifics because of plot twists, so never mind.
Monster kill.
I mean, we're not really worried about spoilers at this point.
I don't want to ruin the experience for new players coming along with us.
But if you mean the one in the update, then yeah, that was pretty fun. I'm talking about the one before the warship. I was not a fan of that one.
No, I was talking about that one too. You know, the ability absorbing thing.
Oh.
You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I thought that was pretty cool conceptually, but I never really got the hang of it in practice, and it just kind of ended before it did much interesting, I think.
Yeah, but it was fun, so I approve. I kind of like the turret defense section. It doesn't go too far.
I do
but
like the tower defense myself, except for the last two. Well, the second to last one itself, really. It feels very imbalanced, and I joked about this, but it actually did take me longer to beat it than it took me to beat War Master in terms of time spent on it. So I believe there's a checkpoint at this guy, but hopefully we won't have to find out.
I don't remember if it regenerates your health.
No, I don't get health.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. It's okay, we're playing Toho. I actually kind of wondered if you could kill this guy quicker by hitting him on the part that slightly hangs down, but I've never really bothered trying to find out in the boss gallery.
Yeah, the gold time is only 20 seconds faster than the bronze time.
Yeah, basically it's just don't get hit.
Yeah.
This is another enemy that could probably actually use having a health bar added to it, because you don't really know how much is left at any given point, as is.
I figured it just didn't have HP at all.
Well, I mean, why are you shooting it then? Okay.
Yeah, good point, but you're not seeing much damage done to it. You know?
So you do get a checkpoint here, and it does refill your HP, which is nice.
Yeah.
So the actual patterns of the bullets it's shooting at you are very basic. Most of the difficulty here comes from the weird way, the awkward way you have to move and move Jerry around to avoid getting hit.
Yeah, I think if the hitbox was more clearly defined, it'd be a lot easier.
It's like, I'm still not entirely sure where exactly it is. It doesn't seem to just be Jerry himself, like an area around him.
They have Zephyr put in a focus time for the Morphball, but not this Toho section.
Yeah.
Okay.
The actual shoot 'em up later does have a focus, but Kefit did the entire thing without realizing it did. And the second shoot 'em up is going to be pretty bad on Nightmare, I think, because you take a lot of damage there very quickly.
Oh, yeah, good point.
So you're like, if this thing didn't have HP, why would Jeremy give us an upgraded cannon?
Monster kill.
To shoot the bullets.
I guess.
At least that was my assumption. I'd be interested in knowing what happens if you just stop shooting.
Yeah, just sit here and dodge for an hour or so.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
guess it has to have a health
Yeah.
bar. Otherwise it would explode.
Ludicrous kill.
Oh Oh, you can actually kill these guys with the bombs as they go flying by, and it gives you a Unreal guy.
Nice.
And here,
Where's Zephyr?
yeah, he said he was going to be around for the rest of the week, but I guess something came up. No big deal. And here Jerry mentions Claire's extremely sick driving skills.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we can skip that cutscene, so I think we just go on to the RPG gate now, yeah. And if you want, there's cheese and stuff over there. Actually, I think you can get over here with a bomb jump. Let's find out. No, not a bomb jump. Let's try a backdash jump. I don't know why I'm bothering doing this, because, you know, it's just for cheese, but let's do it anyway.
Cheese is pretty good.
Yeah, you can just barely make it. So, there you go, there's a sequence break. Alright, so we're coming up on the RPG gate now. We're going to start a new chapter. I'll take a brief bathroom break and we'll be back in just a sec.
Alright, see you later, man.
Well, not that much later.
Goodbye. I'll miss you. I nearly just started the Sword of Travesty 3 to start playing it to pass the time. The best part of the RPG gate is the dialogue, so the stream may get a little kind of uninteresting as Mugi blows through the combat scenarios with ease.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Don't know how much of the RPG gate I want to do. Started a little bit late tonight, so we'll see how it goes. Kind of want to get Zephyr back too, so we won't advance too far. Maybe just do the first the Earth dungeon, I think it was.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot.
that's good.
Oh, go ahead.
I can't wait to see how you deal with the golden boss.
Oh,
I can't wait.
does he kill you in one hit?
No. But he does kill you pretty fast. So it's like an interesting choice. Parry him like a badass and get crushed, or like kite him
Yeah.
and struggle slowly. It's an interesting choice.
So I kind of forgot where to go at the start of the gate, and I skipped all the cutscenes, but I think we want to go to the planet right, this guy. This is another sprite from the same Shonen Jump fighting game that Claire and Jerry's sprites are from. And since Claire is not the hero, she's just a girl, we've got to follow this guy along and watch him kill slimes for us. It's actually pretty funny, but we're skipping the dialogue, so too bad.
Yeah. I mentioned while you were gone that the best part of this gate is probably the dialogue and whatnot, like the parody stuff. So it may get a kind of slow just playing through the somewhat simplistic gameplay.
I do like the later parts of the gate, the Wind Temple. I know the Wind Temple is not popular, but Doom Castle, I think everybody likes it at least.
Oh yeah, Doom Castle was great. I really enjoyed it.
And
Especially the
here's an NPC I kind of would have liked to ask Zephyr about, because as far as I know, it doesn't do anything. It just like gives you this cryptic message.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a weird addition now that you mention it.
So I think this gate is actually the last appearance of water as well.
I wouldn't have even thought to think about that.
Like,
Water.
there's the optional place here that has a bunch of water on it. Actually don't think you encounter it for the rest of the game after that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that water. I remember nearly drowning in it with tons of water upgrades.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad we don't have to do it actually, because we do not have water upgrades on Nightmare.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking that maybe he gave us water upgrades in the background to make that part possible. Because, you know, he made it to where you can get all the cheese.
Right.
Because he's a nice guy. So, we may actually have been having more air than normal this whole game.
And we can go this way to get some cheese if we want, but there's not much reason to do that. I just want to see what the type of cheese is. Oh, it's mozzarella. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And we actually might want to level up a bit too, because you know this is the one area that actually does let you level up.
Killing spree.
I actually ended up a higher level in Nightmare and doing more damage because I kept fucking dying. Like, I'll be honest, the skeletons, I beat this whole gate and I still can't parry skeletons. They kick my shit in. I don't know why.
So it looks like he actually added a bit of a tell for the slimes when they're going to attack. They have a little blue flash that appears right before they lunge at you, and that makes them a lot easier to parry.
Oh, was that not there originally?
I don't think so. If it was, I never noticed it. But now that I have, it's much easier to parry them.
Yeah.
Especially with the change to the parry system.
What was the change to the parry system?
Oh, he explained it on the last stream, but basically he did it the same way that Dark Souls and Breath of the Wild do, which is instead of have the parry just be your actual hitbox, it spawns an invisible object in front of you that parries when you press the button for it. So as long as the enemy's attack is inside of that invisible area, it'll register the parry.
I see. I missed some yesterday's stream.
Bro,
My
right.
bad.
Oh, it's in the VODs if you want to go check it at any time.
Yeah.
And I am going to post these to YouTube at some point. Just to, you know, have a record of the playthrough and the commentary from Zephyr and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, now we gotta go back to the Earth Temple. I think what we're getting in this stream on is the Fire Elemental, because, you know, he's everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's actually really easy to go to the title screen instead of saving your game on the world map here, and I did it once and it made me very sad.
I actually did that myself.
I think everybody did it. And this is basically the block puzzle, introduction to the block puzzles. Oh, and one thing to note, we don't have dash at the moment. You can see me, if you look at the bottom of the screen here, you can see me doing the dash inputs and they're not going off because we don't have it yet.
Killing spree.
This is the last time it will be taken from us for an extended period of time, though, so... So,
I like the block puzzles.
yeah, the block puzzles are cool, I think. I actually would have liked to see more of them.
I like them in the meta way, though.
Oh.
Like, because block puzzles are like shit, right? So he put them in because they're shit. The block puzzles. It's like brilliant meta, but it's still good because he's good. So he made good block puzzles, but as a joke because block puzzles are shit, you know? It's just so deep.
Yeah, like I actually wouldn't have mind seeing some more elaborate block puzzles here and there. Like maybe have a screen in the Nightmare Gate that was like some ridiculously huge block puzzle. I know. I mean, Kefit probably thinks I'm crazy for liking them, but that's how it go.
I get it.
And for some reason you can use the teleport here. I don't really know why you would, but Actually, I'm very confused why he enabled teleport here.
In case the blocks are just too difficult, you gotta get out.
Yeah, go grind so you can beat the block puzzle. Had to kind of relearn the timing for his skeletons, so he's used to using the parry shield, which we're never gonna get anyway. So
I thought the same thing. I gotta get used to them. I didn't. I didn't the whole time. Here, I'll give you a pro strat. When the skeletons are jumping, they can be hit.
Oh,
so like,
right.
just exploit that. Make them jump all the time. That's just.
And you actually do kind of a tricky, well, not really tricky, but have to do that puzzle in an alternate way to get the game power there. But we're not getting the game power because it's game cheese.
Yep.
Whoa, and the slime killed me. That's embarrassing.
There's another part with cheese that you can just skip, and it feels so good. Just skipping the cheese.
Wow, I am bad at this skeleton now. I think you jinxed
I
me.
warned you.
You jinxed me.
I warned you, man.
So, yeah, the slimes die in 2 hits. We're not even going to try parrying them. They're chumps. And we're at, I actually think we have almost the same death count as I did on my original playthrough. Because I remember hitting elite deaths in the butts room of the castle. And we're at 1200 now, give or take. So, yeah, around the same.
Kill.
Yeah, the butts room.
Killing spree.
Those spikes are a little hard to see. And here's a game power that most people got the incorrect. Oh, wait, it's not this. It's not this screen. It's another screen later. Never mind. We'll see it later. Oh god, the skeleton came out of nowhere.
Spooky.
Yes, he is a very spooky skeleton. I really wish I had the dash. The dash is one of those things you really notice the absence of when you don't have it. Oh shit,
Yep.
I pushed that block the wrong way, so... Actually, I think you can just reset the block, but I killed myself anyway for good measure.
Do you even need to do the block puzzle here?
Oh, let me see if you do. I'll just, kind of jump on down to the bottom.
I feel like that's what I did.
Oh yeah, it looks like you can just go to the next screen without doing anything. So, thank you for pointing that out.
No problem.
Oh, and okay, this guy is apparently a friendly Earth Golem. Even though his sprite does not look like that at all. Like, look at this sprite. He just looks like some random old guy.
Yeah, really.
Killing spree. Multi-kill.
I'm surprised his text wasn't changed for Nightmare, because you can't get game power.
Yeah, at this point, Zephyr was probably like, why are you still playing Nightmare? I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah. There's some changed text for the turret defense though.
Oh, is there? Huh.
Or not for Nightmare, never mind.
Oh.
For something else.
Well, that didn't work out.
Double kill. Multi-kill.
So you think fighting the executive would have made me good at parrying, but apparently not.
The skeletons, man, I'm telling you.
Harder than Sephiroth.
I sincerely think a normal enemy skeleton is harder than every boss in the normal RPG game. Yeah.
Double kill.
And it's really the night guys. I never learned how to dodge them at all. The window for their parry is like ridiculous.
I actually did learn it my
Yeah.
first time. I thought I couldn't jump over them, so I gave up and thought parrying is all I have.
Well, you can actually just dash through them as well.
Yeah. I think you get the dash according to where you go. So I think I went to night before I got the dash. So I didn't even know the dash was in the gate. So.
Double kill. Multi-kill.
So this is probably the first RPG gate room where I'm feeling the nightmare, so to speak, because my reduced HP is not allowing me to really play poorly here, which is, you know, a common theme throughout the game.
Yeah. The Earth Temple
Yeah.
shifts from block puzzles to just normal platforming, which I find really amusing because it's like Zephyr tried to do puzzles, but he just is
Yeah.
drawn back to intense action.
Yeah.
But yeah, when that happens, you'll really feel the
Oh
nightmare.
my god, well, wait until you see that death, everybody's gonna like it.
Double kill. Multi-kill.
Some lag from my USB problems, but...
Double kill.
Nice death.
Oh, and I just now noticed it actually shows you how much XP you get on the side of the screen. I don't think I ever realized that while playing the game the first time.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure your experience stays when you die too.
Yeah, it does.
So
So
I'm very grateful for that.
if you keep dying, then you'll eventually be able to basically one-shot all of the enemies.
I very appreciate that.
Okay. Some risky parries, but we made it out. Hopefully I don't fall in the pit again, because that would be embarrassing. Kinda...
It's actually kind of, you know, tricky.
Oh, I can kill the skeletons in one hit now, that's nice. And of course, there's some game power cheese hidden up here. Another
I thought you would like this movie.
oh yeah?
A commenter just said, "Is this the stream for people who like Dark Souls because of the parrying?" You like that?
Yeah. I'm secretly the world's biggest Dark Souls fan, that's why I like Sephiroth so much.
Yeah.
So, this time I'm not going to kill myself, I'm just going to reset the block like you're supposed to. Did you say something, Quaff?
I just laughed.
Oh, okay.
I was just thinking block puzzles driving people to suicide.
Yeah, see, like, I'm actually a pretty big fan of block puzzles in games in general myself, so the whole block puzzle aspect here didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I blame it on playing, in particular, Vagrant Story when I was younger,
Oh yeah.
which, you know, is...
That game is confusing.
It's confusing. It hasn't aged well because, like, you play it now and every screen is like this extremely tiny room with massive load times before you get into it. But it was impressive back at the time, if that counts for
Yeah.
anything. Oh. I wonder if I actually even need that block. Oh, it just gives you some game power cheese, so we're gonna ignore it.
I'm pretty sure I did that normally, so yeah, I did. I remember
I'm
that.
kind of torn on whether or not the game power is like really a good reward, because in the end all it does is let you spam the birds and chainsaws more. Like, I can't see you ever running out of it, just like actually attacking enemies.
I actually did run out fighting the flame elemental several times.
Yeah, like the second phase of the executive, you can run out of Jerry ammo if you like perfectly combo him. Otherwise, I don't think it ever happened to me.
Double kill.
Mm.
Multi-kill.
Here's the whole thing with spawning a bunch of slimes as you go through this area. He revisits that idea in the Nightmare Gate with the one huge room. Okay, let's see.
Oh yeah, that room.
Let's see what we're supposed to do with this.
Yeah, this one's pretty tricky because you can't see the whole map, so you gotta remember and test and stuff. Pretty neat.
Actually gonna have to reset this. Want to get the one on the bottom through first. Looks like we should be good. Actually, that should do it. Yeah, there we go. And we get some hearts, which means we're probably gonna fight. Oh no, we're just gonna drop onto spikes and, you know, almost die. No big deal.
There's some really hard parts in this dungeon.
I wouldn't say really hard, but surprisingly hard, maybe. Because, like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
expect this is a tutorial dungeon, but then you remember you're also, like, you know, 20, 30, 40 hours into the game, so he doesn't really hold back. And here's the passageway to the next screen that most people miss and end up doing, like, a broken parry off of the slime to get up there, but you don't have to do that.
Double kill. Multi-kill. Double kill. Multi-kill.
Yeah, I think this is the first one that gave me absolute hell.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to jump between the two sets of spikes, aren't we?
Yeah, and there's like no tell for it, so you just gotta memorize the timing while parrying slimes.
Multi-kill.
But again, very creative with the kill rooms as usual.
Double
Oh, yeah.
kill. Multi-kill.
So you could grind until these guys took one hit to kill, but that would take like a really, really long time. So you probably shouldn't.
Double kill.
But hey, it's an RPG. Gotta get in the spirit.
Double kill. Double kill. Multi-kill. Double
It'd be
kill.
much easier if you had dash and you could like get over them.
Multi-kill.
Oh yeah.
Meta kill.
Okay. It'd be bad if you had to kill more than 4 of them, but as is, it's not too much. Unless it respawns when you die, which, you know, sometimes that does happen.
Double kill.
Oh, and we'll find out if it does.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Okay, good.
So, no worries. Because I remember dying here a fuck load. Actually, if it does, I'm gonna feel like an asshole, so I take that back.
Well,
It definitely does. Oh, hellish.
oh, it does. God.
Oh man, I totally forgot. My bad. I gave you hope and then squashed it.
Also, and so that just means we have to get good. No problem. This is a Dark Souls stream, right?
Yeah. Prepare to die.
Yeah.
Double kill.
Like, really prepare to die in this game. Like, thousands of times prepare to die.
Meta kill.
So yeah, this is all about learning the timings of the spikes, it looks like.
Multi-kill.
Because you absolutely cannot tank any hits, or you're in for a bad time.
Double kill. Double kill.
See, it looks like I have hearts left, but I only have 2, which means the spikes will still kill me in 1 hit. So, not really that helpful.
Yeah.
Double kill.
The only strategy is just don't get hit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Double kill.
Oh wow, that was close. But we made it through. I think it was like maybe like a couple of like frames away from hitting the spikes on my last test there. Gotta kind of do these weird forward, backward jumps here, but not too bad. Made it through that screen without dying. Actually an accomplishment at this point.
Oh yeah.
Not this screen though. Yeah, as Quaff said, it kind of abandons the whole block puzzle theme entirely by this point. It's just, you know, this platform with the spikes. Pretty great.
I love it.
Looks like you can't actually make it on the first cycle, huh?
That's Zephyr just fucking with us.
Yeah. And you want to do short hops so you don't activate the crusher blocks or whatever they're called. Whatever they are. Okay, we made it through. Did not Achilles it, but we made it through. And I keep saving at the end of rooms, even though that does nothing. I really wish this game like actually had an autosave feature. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't. Alright, so here's the golem, which Quaff warned me about.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how this goes.
Wow, you do a lot less damage than you do in the boss gallery, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No perfect fight. But he actually does not kill you as quickly as I thought he would. You can take 3 hits.
Yeah.
It was going so well, and then it just wasn't.
Yeah. I was like, is he gonna beat it on the first try after I
Yeah.
like give
I'm not.
warning?
Don't worry.
I think it takes like 8 or 10 parries to kill him, so but he kills you in 3, so
Yeah. And if you continue standing next to him, he'll keep doing the parryable attack. Sometimes the rocks get in the way, so you gotta run. Too early.
I think it's interesting how he steps forward and like that can hit you even if you parry his attack.
It's like there's some point in his like animation cycle where you can actually do full damage to him. That's interesting. Oh, if you hit him from behind, it actually does full damage. I never knew that.
Me neither. That's interesting.
Keep doing it too early. So yeah, this is not bad if you actually hit him from behind too, it looks like.
Yeah, I basically shifted from parrying to just hitting him from behind by the end. Because it's just more reliable.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lame thing to do though. I guess I'm pretty lame.
It's okay, I'll try doing it the non-lame way.
Alright.
If we can manage it.
It's not easy.
The rocks do a lot of damage too. Wow. So I think it's basically like 3 hits from anything in this battle, including like him, touching him, or the rocks. Which I guess is fair. And this is a battle where you actually could go out and grind if you wanted to make it easier. Which is kind of weird for, you know, being in DT3, but hey.
It's the RPG gate.
Yeah.
Gotta be in character.
He would have died, but he killed me instead. So it looks like if he's actually going to hit you from above, then you cannot bait him into doing something else. Like he decides his attack and then waits for you to be in range of it.
Yeah, epic showdown.
So yeah, this definitely went better my first time through the game. But I'm going to do the parry strats because they're the fun strats. It seems like it would actually be pretty easy if you just like hit him from behind a punch, but we don't do things the easy way on Nightmare.
Yeah, that's right.
The rocks seem to be just like completely RNG where they fall. Okay, I beat him in like the worst way possible, but we beat him.
Right.
And here we get like the mystery MacGuffin or whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking, what were they called? And I just can't remember because they matter so little.
They're literally just the MacGuffins. Okay, so we're gonna fight everybody's favorite boss soon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and you actually can't see how much damage you're doing here. Oh, and I ran right into that guy. That was embarrassing. So I'm pretty good at parrying stuff with Jerry now. After fighting the executive for like, hours and hours. So hopefully, I actually died a couple times here my first time because I was having trouble getting the parries down.
Yeah, I noticed that it's really easy to parry with Jerry, but not Claire. I wonder why.
Oh, you can parry those stuff.
Also, I think you can't see damage because you don't have Chow.
Or I think you don't have Jeremy. Jeremy is who shows you damage.
Oh yeah.
And I believe the reason it's easier with Jerry is because, like, with the way he did parrying now, the projectiles are moving, they're moving towards you, so you can do it earlier than you can with Claire.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I died. At least I didn't die to the fire elemental. That would have been really bad. Like, watching me get to the fire elemental, I'm actually gonna die on him or something.
Yeah, he killed me because I ran out of energy, like I said, and I was just like, the fuck is happening? And then I died.
Yeah, so you can actually parry real early because it spawns the invisible thing in front of you and the bullets just run into it.
Killing spree.
Oh, that guy kind of took me by surprise. Alright guys, I think we're coming up on the hardest boss in the game. No, not
Definitely.
quite. This is I don't remember how long this goes on, because, you never actually come here again for any reason. Well, you come here again to get the optional room, but not to the rest of the dungeon.
Dungeon.
Yeah, dungeon.
Do you see the symbol that's on the level up behind the number?
Oh yeah, isn't it the Trivia Lord?
Yeah, I didn't notice that my first time, but now that I notice, it's like, what?
Double kill.
Trivia.
What's the lore significance?
Yeah, the Trivia Lord. He sees all. And there's actually an achievement you can get for refusing to do his trivia challenge at the end of the gate. So I'll have to get that this time through.
Oh, nice. There's a lot of missable achievements, which I'm really surprised about, to be honest. I feel like that kind of goes counter to good game design, maybe.
At the same
But
time, they're
I guess
achievements, so like whatever.
Yeah, yeah, not a big deal. Just kind of
It's kind of weird
How we
given
care.
how everything else in the game you can always go back for.
yeah, not achievements.
Yeah, having a much easier time parrying these guys compared to my first time through. This dungeon actually gives you a lot of health, I've noticed.
Killing spree.
That might actually be something you could take out with the new parry, but whatever, we'll take some health.
It's also your first time supposedly using Gary
Yes,
and
that's
parrying
true.
and stuff. So.
Here's a high heels girl. And now it's time for the best boss. So I'm not used to fighting this guy without double jump and all that. But there's like no way to even get hits, so whatever.
I didn't even know you could parry the big ones.
So yeah, that was Nightmare Achilles Flame Elemental. Hope everybody was impressed by that. Real hard.
I'm
Jeremy, that was disappointing. Yes, I agree, Jerry. Alright, so we get the second MacGuffin. And as soon as I can reach a part where I can actually save, I'll do that. I think that'll be the end of the stream for tonight, because it's almost 6 a.m. and it'll be the normal time we stop anyway. So, not a long stream tonight, because we didn't have the usual people, but thank you for filling in, Quaff. Appreciate the commentary. If you're around when we do it another time, you can come in if you want to. So,
ready.
alright.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream. Thanks for watching, and see you again tomorrow night.